AITA for refusing to let my roommate leave our lease, even though she planned it for months. I am a 19-year-old woman living with two roommates. One of them is a 21-year-old woman, and the other is a 30-year-old man. Everything was fine until last week when my 21-year-old roommate suddenly told me she wanted one of us to be a guarantor for another apartment. She said she wanted to bring her sister to live nearby, but she still planned to stay in our apartment and keep paying her rent. Both my other roommate and I said no because we did not know her sister and did not feel comfortable taking on that kind of responsibility. She seemed to understand, but a few days later, she called me again and said she needed to be taken off our lease so she could move in with her sister. She also mentioned that if her sister did not move, she would just take the new apartment herself. I told her that we could not afford the rent without her, and she admitted that she knew that already. During that call, she also confessed that she had been planning this for months without telling anyone. She had even been asking questions about how to get off the lease for a long time, but would always say it was for no reason. By the end of the conversation, I asked her directly if she would stay for the rest of the lease term, and she said yes. But honestly, I felt like she only said that because it was what I wanted to hear. A few days later, I received an email with papers that I was supposed to sign to let her off the lease. I texted her asking what it was, and she replied, "That is the paper you signed since I am moving out." I responded respectfully, saying that neither I nor our other roommate would sign it because she had already agreed to stay the full year. I also told her that my feelings were hurt that she had hidden all of this from us. That started an argument. She began trying to guilt trip me, saying things like, "I would have done this to help your family," and "I thought of you like a sister." But if this situation had been about anything else, and if she had not kept it secret for so long, I would have been happy to help her. It just felt like she was playing with our living situation, first saying she wanted to move, then saying she wanted to stay. Because of that, I told her honestly that I did not trust her. I was afraid that if we let her off the lease, she would leave and we would be stuck paying everything on our own. A few days later, we were all home at the same time, so I told her we needed to have a real talk. She completely shut down and refused to speak. She said it was our fault that her sister lost her scholarship because she only had 2 weeks to move. Then she claimed everything she had told me before about moving was just an option, and that she still planned to stay the whole year. When she refused to talk, I panicked too. I could not explain my feelings properly and kept repeating, "You told me you were moving out," instead of calmly explaining the whole situation. That made everything worse. Now she will not even speak to me and I feel awful. Part of me feels like I should have trusted her to stay, but another part feels like she gave me every reason not to. I honestly do not know if I am in the wrong here, but the whole situation feels confusing and unfair.